Hey kiddos, this is Ronin120 with a walkthrough and commentary video for Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Today we're playing the Destroy the Anti-Air Emplacement side op on Hard, earning the S rank and coincidentally getting 100% for myself. I found this one to be the most difficult side op to S rank, but I'm wondering how y'all did. I also did some research with gameplays from Perfect Stealth, Classic Elite, and 360 Game TV, among others. So I saw those and I thought, oh, well, I'll try something a little different. I tried to go around the long way, around the other side, try to take things in a different order, but I failed. So I ended up basically doing what they did. To start off, we'll go down the cliff to the right and drop the Marine just hanging out there. Then we'll head to this Anti-Air Emplacement, drop him, and plant our first charge of C4. Toss him out of the way and grab his rifle. And remember, C4 is detonated in the order that it's planted. Now we'll go along the path to plant some C4 to eliminate the armored vehicle that comes much later. Anywhere along this path will do. And place 3 charges of C4. I like to mark this location on the map, whereas other gameplays have a set place for C4. I could never get the timing right, so I like to mark the map. Next we'll sprint through the refugee camp and towards the admin building where we can destroy 2 more of the anti-air emplacements. Low and slow is the name of the game. You'll see how much we can get away with, even on hard, even in broad daylight, as long as you move slow and low and shoot quickly and accurately. We'll crawl here. Sprint towards the fence. Sneak wide and to the right. Now, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in this next section, but I'll discuss that later. Now we got some attention, but low and slow wins the race. Alright, Cassius Clay. And we'll use the rifle we procured earlier to shoot the barrels next to these 2 anti-air emplacements. There are several Marines by this emplacement, so just make sure you don't shoot anyone instead of the barrel. And then this barrel over here, there's usually a Marine standing around there as well. And remember, it's the exploding barrels that killed these Marines, not you. And then we'll crawl our way out of here. We'll detonate the first charge by the anti-air emplacement. I'm just going to plant the last charge that we have here for distraction later. And destroying 3 of the emplacements activates the next part of this mission. An armored vehicle comes by. Like I said, other gameplays have memorized the timing, and so they place it in a consistent spot. I can never get it right. Or you can get close enough to where you can get a line of sight to blow it up, but I wasn't good enough to sneak to there. So you could use the crutch that I use and just use a marker, just line up the red circle of the armored vehicle to the triangle of where you place the C4. Now there's all these guards in our way, so we'll detonate that last charge of C4 and they'll head towards it. And we'll just hang out here until a bunch of them get past, just pass us by. These last 2 should be the last of them, so that's like maybe 4 or 5, right? Instead of the assigned exfiltration point, I'm going to call Morpho to the landing zone closest to where we started. And I'm being overly cautious here. Like I said, I had so many failures before, A and B ranks. So it's just being overly cautious here. Now let's talk about what could possibly go wrong. Actually, so it got a little attention, but no big deal. And I'll just be heading to the gate, pick the lot, and then sneak to the landing zone. Easy cheesy, right? Alright, now let's talk about everything that could possibly go wrong. In all these attempts, I was fairly consistent up to the fence. Once you get to the fence, closer to emplacements, soldier positions always seem to be inconsistent. So just go low and slow and assess the situation. Where are the guards? If you get some attention, go ahead and drop them, tranquilize them. But you're firing off an unsilenced rifle into exploding barrels, so you can expect getting some unwanted attention and alerts even from there. After exploding both barrels on your way out, I've seen a guard at that metal watchtower or along that other fence area who've spotted me. So just be careful on your way out. If you have trouble crawling out, because crawling up against walls forces you into a crouched position, which can alert enemies. So if you have trouble crawling out, just turn yourself around using the binoculars. For today's comments, let's discuss playstyles. I won't be doing speedruns or perfect S ranks for the Phantom Pain because there are much better YouTubers than me out there. I was never that good at sneaking around anyway. I'll be concentrating on just having fun doing random stuff for the missions and FOB infiltrations, because there's always that element of randomness in there. My videos for the Phantom Pain will be just me fumbling to sneak, a lot of reflex mode, running away in embarrassment, and going loud in frustration. So here's the score. Time is always a huge factor, but no alerts and no reflex is what usually separates A ranks from S ranks. So if you get an alert, sorry, you gotta start over. Everyone's adding their 100% screenshots in anticipation for the Phantom Pain, so here's mine. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and share, please, and thank you. See you next time, kiddos.